the best image is a great starting point towards the best insights. The microscopists are expecting more from the microscope, not just the best images possible, but the best information possible. AI is the key technology that's enabling this automation of this end-to-end workflow. About 8-9 years ago, when I just first started with Zeiss, I was working on this data set that was super challenging from image analysis point of view. And this data set actually had all the information that you can visually see from the image itself. You can tell, hey, this is darker regions, these are porosity, this is a heavy mineral. But in order to segment it out so we can quantify, so we can do some simulations in terms of how the fluids actually flow through the rock, the image needed to be segmented. And I lacked the skills, and I still lack the skills required to do a proper segmentation using the traditional approaches. So I did approach a couple of image analysis experts within Zeiss, and we have many of them. And they did their magic to actually show how segmentation should be done. And I'm like, okay, there's no way I can reproduce what they did. And there's no way the customer is going to reproduce what they did, because the customer is a petroleum engineer, petrologist, not an image processing expert. The customer doesn't do that every day. I thought there should be a better way for taking that image into information. That's exactly when I ran into a machine learning engineer in the building, and I started having conversations with him about how can we perform image segmentation using machine learning. And then we had more discussions, and about a couple of weeks later, we both thought of, okay, let's go ahead, put together some sort of a prototype. The results were spectacular. It actually revealed certain new information that wasn't possible using manual methods. That's exactly when it struck to me, because we are converting these images into this feature space. It's almost using these filters that mimic how humans actually perceive texture, how we see different objects, and how we recognize different objects. I mean, this was incredible. We were picking up very little fine, subtle differences between features. It was like magic. And it was like magic because even though it was a prototype, he just gave me instructions in terms of run this code with this line. And I did that. I got amazing results. Our customer should be able to do this. Click a button, get a result in a very automated way. It can be fully automated from end to end. A biologist, when they put a sample in a microscope, their ultimate goal is to come up with a new therapy, for example, or they're trying to solve big problems that humanity is facing. And image analysis has been the bottleneck until now, I should say. If a researcher is trying to count living cells versus dead cells from 100 different wells, where they're performing 100 different experiments, but to automate it, it has been a challenge, and AI now provides the tools required to actually automate that process. I'm seriously hoping that with automated microscopy in terms of acquisition, and also with AI automating the analysis part, we hopefully can make them more efficient at their drug discovery or coming up with new therapies, whatever their goals are. We want the customers to benefit, but from their work, I am convinced that the entire humanity can benefit, because they're working on these type of challenges, curing cancer. Just imagine, if we can accelerate that even by a little bit, how amazing that actually is.